Hello and welcome back to the VC. I am VampireToy, one of your hosts, joined by my co-host,
Chill. Hello.
And it's just us today, but we're very excited to bring you some very exciting news. I'm very excited about this news.
So exciting.
There's so much. There's actually so much that has happened in not just the gaming world, but also in roleplay as well. There's a lot been going on. So let's go ahead and jump right into it with the big announcement that I actually received in my email from the studio behind the Headliners. Now, those of you who are listening, if you're not familiar with the Headliners, it's a pretty fun game. You can play with some friends and you play a group of reporters going into a very apocalyptic scenario, and
it's like you're pressed in like an apocalyptic movie, like a disaster movie.
Exactly. Know? And your job is to get the juiciest footage that you possibly can and make it out alive with the footage. It's really fun. It's very reminiscent of some other games you might be familiar with already, such as like Content Warning, Lethal Company, Repo, that sort of vibe. It's very similar. We love it. It's such a good time. Chill has actually a really funny clip on his channel. They should go check out from when we played. He basically goes insane. It's perfect.
Definite emphasis on juicy clips because oh my god, it gets so bloody.
Yes.
Limbs everywhere. I carried so my own arm out.
Very gory in some ways.
Yeah. But it's fun though. It's very goofy though.
Yes.
You know?
And they just had a major update, which is really, really cool. So apparently they reworked some of the scoring stuff. They added a new shop with some new things that you can upgrade. Because before there was only a couple things. They've added more. They've added more enemies, more NPCs, more maps, more indoors and outdoor maps. And this is the most exciting part, in my opinion, is it's now up to 8 players, which is so fun. We love a good multiplayer co-op game, especially if you know who I am. You know, we love it with a little twist of horror. And this game has that all. So if you're looking for a game to kind of play with some friends, especially as Halloween season is looming off in the horizon, you might want to consider taking a look at Headliners.
Yeah, it's an awesome party game. We've had so much fun in it. Like VT said, I've literally gone insane laughing playing that game. Good. So, yeah, it's a blast.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So definitely check it out with these new updates. Also in recent news, we heard about some things happening over on Gubbanah Interactive. Some of our viewers might be familiar with where this conversation is going.
Yeah, speaking of horror games,
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That is crazy when I got the news of this. Chill, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I'm so used to Gun pissing me off.
It's so sad.
Because it is so sad because I was a huge fan of Friday the 13th when it came out, and that was also Gun.
Yeah.
And I know they had a lot of legal issues with the creators of the franchise of Friday the 13th. They had a lot of legal battles back and forth of who actually owns certain parts of the franchise.
Yeah.
And because of that, they had to scrap all this DLC and all these new updates and stuff like that. Yeah. They literally just stopped updating the game, and now it's completely offline. Unless you play a private game on a private server, and it's off Steam. You can't even buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically lost media at this point.
At this point, yeah, it kind of is. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of crazy to think about, but yeah.
I don't know what the exact definition of lost media is, but the fact that you can't get it unless you already got it.
No, it counts.
It kind of counts.
No, media counts as games as well, and I would say this counts as well because it's not like you can go into a store, I don't think, and buy the I
think they did
the Friday
make physical
the 13th.
copies.
They did, but you can't buy them anymore unless they're used, I believe.
Yeah, no, it is all unless you bought it already digitally. You have it. or unless you have a physical copy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just off the market completely.
You can't get it. So if you missed out, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you missed out, but it just happened. But they are the same company who are behind the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, unlike Friday the 13th, this isn't necessarily because there's some sort of legal battle with the licensing. I think it's literally because they've decided that they are working on a different game. They've done
enough, basically.
Yeah.
They're like, we've done enough, we've put enough updates out, we're just moving on.
It's both that and what I also said, I think, as well. I think they're working on a new game, is what my understanding is.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just moving on to the next thing,
they did put out an update. Viewers, as always, anything that we're talking about, there's going to be links in the description if you want to take a look at that yourself. They did put out an update. This is an official statement from them. You can read it on your own if you want. But essentially they are saying that we're kind of done exploring this part of the story, and we're just not going to continue doing updates anymore. A lot of people believe it is also because Gun Interactive is working on this new game, and so they're just shifting their attention and energy into this new game. But I think a lot of players are upset because they had announced some DLCs a while ago that they were gonna put out, and those are apparently getting completely scrapped. And so I think a lot of people are upset about that. And then especially from my understanding, they recently made it free to play on PlayStation.
Yeah, so they had a large player base come in from that, who also invested in the new, well, not the new, but like the current DLCs that they have out. And so they have all these people who just made that investment into this game, and now they're like, all right, bye.
Yeah, with the expectation as well that there's new DLC coming in as well, like something to look forward to. Like, oh, if you are enjoying what we have now, well, don't worry, we're going to have more stuff. But yeah, apparently that's getting scrapped now. And a lot of people are very upset about it, understandably, especially if you're a fan of the game and a fan of the series. I know I have played a bit of Texas Chainsaw Massacre myself. I have a video on my YouTube about it from when it first came out. I got like the invite for the demo. And oh my god, it was fun because no one knew what they were doing. That was the best part, was like no one playing the game knew what they were doing. That, to me, that's always the most fun part of a game, is when everyone is just really bad at it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then
no, it's more fun that way. Yeah. Honestly, when everyone's just kind of struggling together.
But then you eventually catch on to like the mechanics, the nuances, and then you get the tryhards, right? It's inevitable. So I think there was a bit of like, for me personally, I really struggled to play the Survivor. I think they were called Victims. Apparently playing the family was the most preferred. I
only played as the family.
Yeah, like, almost everyone I talked to was like, I only play the family. I can see why.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I've played Survivor a couple times just to like, see what there is and what you can do, and it's fun, but it's definitely a lot less. It's a lot more like nerve-wracking and a lot less just like, hey, where are you? I'm gonna stab you. Yeah,
no, it's definitely, it is, like you said, it's nerve-wracking, but you are basically, you're just fodder. Essentially,
yes.
That's, you really aren't expected to get out.
You really are just a victim.
It really is. They set you up to fail with that. Just calling you victim right out of the gate.
I will say though, as somebody who played like the family members, there were people who were so good at playing the victims that it would go crazy.
Yeah, true.
Because sometimes you'd literally be like, how the hell did they already get that gate open?
Yes.
Like, because then there was like a meta to it at some point where they'd be like, all right, have like the like Dead by Daylight, where people would join as a like group. Meta group.
Yes.
Where they're like, all right, this lady is really good with locks.
Yeah.
this dude is
That's
really
the one
good
I played,
at.
by the way. It was the Lock Lady. I don't remember
Okay,
her, but
okay.
she was my favorite. She's the only one I could actually do her power. So I was like, I have to lock her in. But yes.
I always played as the dude who tackled everyone.
Yeah. Oh, you were my hero.
Yeah, no, dude. That's whenever I did play Survivor or Victim, whatever. That is who I played was the brawler basically.
Yeah. I like that
and,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say people like made a meta basically for it where they could just almost troll the family members, where they would like stab you and then go back and get another fucking shank and then stab you again and then push you on the ground. And I was like, they're bullying me.
You, yeah.
They're griefing me.
Yeah, no, it
was so funny.
I have a very distinct memory of playing this game with this one lobby of all complete random people. Okay, we were all random victims. Okay. And in the chat, someone is talking on the mic like, okay, guys, we are just going to bum rush them hard. Okay? We're all going to bum rush them hard. And we were like, okay, let's do this. And we did. We came in like all four of us.
They were the victims.
Oh my gosh. We all four came in like through, like, I remember it was like one of the staircases up into the family house specifically. And we just overwhelmed them. Like, I think there was only like one or two on that side. Maybe only one. And we completely like overwhelmed him. And then we like it was like the fastest round I have ever played in that game. It didn't even last like 2 minutes. It was so fast. We rushed it so fast. And we're like, well, it's never happening again. And it never did. But it was incredible. Like literally just a bunch of 4 different people just being like, you know what? Let's just do this. And it worked. It actually did work out. But yeah, kind of sad we will not have that really much anymore.
Well, you'll have it, but just what it is. It's no more updates, no more new DLCs or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just
they're also not doing balance updates or bug fixes. So after the May patch, they're no longer doing bug fixes, which is kind of sad. So that's where I'm kind of worried about it. Because once the game kind of breaks at that point, does that mean they'll just leave it broken? You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
That's so sad. So that's why I'm like, if you have the game, now's the time to appreciate it, play it while you can. If you haven't bought the game, I don't know if it would. It's up to you if you want to buy it. It might be worth getting just to have, because you never know, it might turn into a Friday the 13th situation. Or you might decide, you know what, maybe it's not worth it for you. But at the end of the day, at least stay informed. Make an informed decision.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Speaking of things being taken off of the market, I wanted to talk about Schedule 1 being banned in Australia.
Yes.
They said no to drugs real hard.
Is crazy.
Yeah, I think they're already working on like a workaround for it.
Okay.
But they fully delisted it off of Steam. Like, I guess if you have it, you have it. But it's not on Steam in Australia at all anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
Tyler, the dev, said he's working on like a fix for it. Which probably means that they're going to have to like release an entirely different version.
Yes, for the Australia. I wonder if instead of like weed, it's going to be like oregano.
It's just gonna be candy and like spices.
Yeah, like oregano and like candy.
Like Jolly Ranchers instead of meth.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're just making, like you said, like sheet candy almost or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just making rock candy. Yeah. Why does this guy look so high on this candy? But yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. But that's crazy to me. It's just one of those things. I know Australia can get like hyper what's even the word for it? Like they just crack down on anything like drug related or anything like that. They're just like, no.
Yeah, very big.
It's not a joke, it is not a game. Yeah, get that shit out of here, So it's interesting to see that Schedule 1 just absolutely got smacked down.
It is very interesting. And especially since I really think the game is just so silly. It really does approach the topic in such a silly way. But I can understand where, from a certain point of view, it does seem to, kind of encourage that sort of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of glorifying it in a way. But
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times I heard somebody playing Schedule 1 and they're like, man, this seems fun. Like, God, I should grow weed.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's understandable, but at the same time, I don't know. It comes back down to the whole like debate that has always been a case with video games of, especially for like violent video games, does it cause violence? That sort of argument, I don't know, like it just seems like that's trying to be applied here, and I just don't think that's the case at all. Like just because you and I played GTA and my character stabs people, you've literally shot people off of rooftops, doesn't mean we're going around doing that in real life.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never done
We've never done that. No. No, but for but you see my point is like we're not gonna go out of our way to suddenly become like drug dealers, like we're not.
Yeah.
That's not something like like that's not at all something that we're interested in. But the game itself is fun, Oh,
the game is addictive as hell.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So
I'm hoping they find a workaround because everyone deserves to play this
game. Yeah, you Australians deserve to play this game. It's a fun game. It's very much like we find it very relaxing, Chill and I.
Yeah.
We literally
we'll like put on like Netflix.
Yeah, we'll just put a show on and play it because it doesn't require that much attention to it. Like you can if you really want to, but you can kind of just chill and relax and do it at your own pace in a way.
The nights pause at 4 a.m. So you literally have like it almost stops time, where you can just get a lot of shit done. And so I'll just be like cooking up batches while like Netflix is on in the background. I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah. And it must be hurting their sales because there is a good chunk of Australian gamers out there. So taking it off the market, I really hope he can find a workaround. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. No, that's the hope. That's the dream.
Yeah. But the dream has been realized for Rockstar.
True. Rockstar is living the dream.
Yeah. Whereas Schedule 1 kind of might be struggling with that Australian moolah. GTA 6 is breaking numbers right now.
Well, GTA 5 is the one that's breaking numbers. It's continuing to sell 5 million copies every 3 months.
GTA apparently. 5? Wow.
Yeah. So GTA 5 is continuing to sell 5 million copies every 3 months. And apparently Red Dead Redemption 2 is now the best-selling title of the past 7 years in the US.
Amazing.
Yeah. So they are literally just... I don't know how... GTA 5 is still selling so many fucking copies.
It's the RP. It really is.
I guess.
It's 5M and Red M. Both of them. And it's like, 5M is interesting because it's not just roleplay there either. I didn't realize this when I first got into 5M. There's other things on 5M other than roleplay. Like, Arena is a very big example. It's not quite RP in there, I've
seen racing sims as well.
Yeah, there's racing
where people
servers.
Just have like all the cars and they have like drift cars and shit like that and go on drift tracks.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different things.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I remember joining this zombie server that this was before somebody I used to know. I joined a different one.
Somebody once told me.
Yeah, somebody once told me or whatever. No, I joined another one, but it wasn't an RP server. It was just like a GTA server modified to be with zombies, but it was very much like chaos in public. It was like GTA Online, basically. So you get a whole range on 5M.
Yeah.
Red M, I don't think you get that much. There might be a couple now.
I think Red M's very like RP driven.
A lot of Red M is very, I feel, RP driven. So it doesn't surprise me that GTA is getting more copies sold all the time, and that Red Dead Redemption 2, people gush about that game all the time.
Yeah. No, it's fucking beautiful, man. Like
it is a beautiful game. I love that game.
Not only is it a beautiful game, but it is one of my favorite like campaigns of all time. It is heart-wrenching. And I know we are slowly playing it bit by bit on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So you'll get there eventually.
I just get triggered. Listeners, I get triggered, okay? Listen, I started in Red M, and I got used to the way that your character walks in Red M. But then I started playing Red Dead Redemption, and when you play Red Dead Redemption, you play as Arthur Morgan. And Arthur Morgan, he kind of walks like a ped. He walks like an NPC. He's a very slow walk. And also, I'm really bad at PlayStation controllers. So it gets very heated because I'm like, I'm trying to press the right buttons. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons.
Hey,
and
you still kill him.
Chill is like off in the corner, like laughing because it's like the most chaotic thing possible. But yeah, you're right.
You're so hard on yourself.
But it's also
I'm
like
because you're doing fine, but you get so mad at the same time.
It's because it's so frustrating.
You do just fine. You kill everyone that you're supposed to kill. You survive, and you're like, this stupid fucking controller. I fucking hate it. And I'm like, you did great. Like you.
But I could have killed them faster.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm always laughing because I'm like, I don't know why you're so upset. You won.
It's so good. So if you haven't got a chance to play, I recommend. I also really like Red M as well. I know we've been really 5M locked lately, but I do love a little, you know, out in the county
cowboy action.
Yeah, a little county action. Yeah. So that's really good to hear.
Yeah.
But what? I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say what I was mentioning earlier was the GTA 6. And the cost of it.
The cost, yeah. So,
sorry, yeah.
Okay, so apparently,
are you all sitting for
this? Yeah. Sit down.
Sit
Make
down
sure you're
for
sitting.
You all ready for this?
Take Two reports that the most anticipated entertainment property of all time, GTA 6, has reportedly cost over $1 billion.
Yeah.
To make. Holy shit.
Yeah. Over $1 billion, everybody. That's incredible.
Which is insane.
That is insane.
That's fucking nuts.
I guess because if you look at how much money they're making on GTA 5, right? They're looking at it like, hey, put as much money into this as you need to make it the best that you can. And I hope, everyone comes into my stream whenever news drops of the new GTA 6 stuff, like any new news comes in, people come into my chat asking, oh, are you excited? I am very excited for it, but I am more excited for the potential of 6M coming out of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We've talked about this before on the podcast about like the worries of subscription based, like
I'm holding on hope, listeners. I'm holding on hope.
I know. But with Rome coming out, like it's an entirely new 5M like application basically for GTA 6. I feel like the reason they're doing that is to install some sort of subscription based usage, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you want to use Rome, it's going to be $9.99 a month or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, man. I love RP and I guess it would be worth it, but it's just such a bummer.
Yeah. Well, we'll play it by ear. Yeah. We don't know the facts yet.
We don't, but I feel like I want to, prepare for the worst and, wish for the best, prepare for the worst, kind of a thing.
I get it. Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't worry. No dread yet, everybody. We have no official knowledge or facts yet. So
I'm dooming.
It's all speculation. There's no need to doom.
And I'm dooming.
No,
oh, God.
No. There's as much possibility of good things to happen. So let's focus on that. And let's focus on how exciting this news is. Go on, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of good things and just positive notes, Unscripted doing kind of crazy. Unscripted, and by the way, we're switching into RP news. Whoa. Unscripted doing kind of crazy right now. Yeah. Like they released a chart of the first 2 weeks of Unscripted, and the numbers speak for themselves, man. They are above No Pixel, Prodigy, Onyx. Like that's fucking nuts, man. Yeah. Good job, Unscripted.
They're the top of the top 4 Red M 5M roleplay communities.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive for its first 2 weeks. Really
that's
impressive.
crazy. Like, I know numbers aren't everything, whatever, but the fact that, I mean, I've found some amazing RP on there, and the fact that it's such a huge community and such a consistent community already is insane.
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks into launch. And I know it got a lot of overlay, I guess, from Purple, but it's crazy that they've been able to launch, and like we talked about with Jakibas, how consistent they are with updates, bug fixes.
Yeah,
hell, we got trading cards now. Which, by the way, we need to talk about that sometime in this. But like trading cards, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So Unscripted has been doing really, really well. They've been really great with the community.
They just added the DDoS protection.
Yeah. Because there were some server issues happening. And
I remember during the whole governor election thing, we got all the way up there, and then we got hit with a DDoS attack. And guess what? Next day, we have brand new DDoS protection. Yeah. So like they
took care of it like when it was happening. They're like, server's going down. Hold on.
Yep.
Problem fixed. We're good. And then it was fixed. It really was fixed. So they're killing it. They're doing such a great job. And the server is doing so well, in fact, that they recently announced a public server. They're doing a public server now, a public unscripted server. So if you out there, maybe you or someone you know wants to get into Unscripted, but the apps are closed, or, maybe money's tight, you don't really want to pay for an expedited app, that's okay. They're thinking about opening a public server. So you can at least kind of get... They're not
thinking about it. They're doing it.
Yeah, so you can jump in on that and at least get some roleplay going. And yeah, I think everyone who everyone who's in Unscripted right now will be accepted to the public server?
I believe.
I don't know if they've said that.
I think you... I mean, as far as I know, public servers are public, so you don't need a whitelist, So I think you just kind of join.
Can you just cut that out for me, please?
No. I'm keeping that in.
No, man. Please.
Keep it in, chill. Okay, cool. All right.
Sorry, I know for a minute.
Future chill editing this. Keep this in.
No.
Yeah, this is what happens when you let me edit things.
Anyway, but yeah,
and I don't want to. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just going to say I've heard talks of some pretty hilarious people from our group. They're going to be involved in some things on the public server, so I'm very excited to see where that goes. I don't want to give any.
Yeah, we're not revealing anything.
No reveals, but I'm just going to say you should watch the public server.
It's going to be fun. And we have some friends between Chill and I who were not able to get in Unscripted to the whitelisted server, but we might be able to RP with them over on the public server. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'd be interested.
That would be really fun.
So yeah, public server coming soon, TM.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Also coming soon, TM.
Yeah, soon, TM. Okay, so as you guys have probably figured out, I watch Penta. Every now and then. I will say I watch a lot less Penta because I'm RPing so much more. That I don't like. I mean, I used to watch Penta for hours when he would stream, but now it's just I'll check in every now and then. But the other day I heard he huge reveal, and this is actually when he revealed the public server. I'm talking about Snow, who's the owner of Unscripted. When he revealed the public server, he also hinted at house robberies and digital den robberies coming soon to the main server. Yeah. So I'm so excited for that. Jace and Nona are going to be up good, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Jace, Nona, and TB about to be up good.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Robin houses and fucking little Apple phones, or what do they call them? The fucking
pairs or whatever.
The pair phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. I'm very excited for just new things, man. Because they already have so much in Unscripted.
Yeah, it's
so
so
it's
good.
really cool. Like the fact that we can steal almost every part out of a car with just a screwdriver is so funny to me. Like we're just going through and like stealing out fucking airbags and shit.
It's so good. I love that there's so much to do on that server, and that they're fun, but they're also not easy. So it's not like an easy grind necessarily. Like you have to put in a little work, but it's not always bad. Like for example, like when Buffy is working at the Up and Atom, we're making like burgers, right? That's fun. Like I love doing that because at least we're all hanging out and making burgies.
Yeah.
So there's always something to do, and I love that they continuously add more things for us to do, because there have been some servers I've been a part of where it feels like there's almost nothing to do, and a lot of it is just standing around and doing the notorious circle RP where everyone stands in a circle and...
Hey, so what'd you get for Uber Eats? I mean, like, you
yeah, exactly. So...
yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things where there's so much to do, but somehow I always find myself like I'm always like overwhelmed with just the amount of RP I get. It's fucking
the possibilities are almost endless. It's so nice. It really is.
Yeah, I just being at the Atom and having people run in and being like, "Wow, well, this is the Up and Atom. I've never been here." It's just so fun, man. It's fun being like
to get crazier.
It really is because
go on, tell them.
Fast food wars are gonna happen, man. Because Amstrogen leaked a little leak of new melee weapons gonna be coming out, and I don't know how they're gonna be like introduced or given out, or like if they're just gonna be like at the furniture store or what. But spatulas, like spoons and ladles.
It'll be interesting to see where they put them. Maybe like a pawn shop, or like you said, like the furniture store.
Actually, it might be the pawn shop. That would actually make sense because you can buy guns from the pawn shop.
There's also, and I would think maybe even I don't think the, what is it called, the
the U-tool?
Yeah, I don't think that would have it, would it? I don't think so. I wouldn't think, I need a spatula, I'm gonna go down to Home Depot.
Yeah, I also wouldn't think about going to a pawn shop to get a spatula, but they gotta.
That's true. We gotta see. This is the conversation.
I
always
flip some burgers.
This is always the conversation.
Let me go get a used spatula from the pawn shop.
It's always the conversation though between what is realistic and then what is feasible within the confines of 5M. So that is always the balancing act when people who are running a server, devs and so on, they were introducing things. There's always this balance of like, okay, we want to make it realistic, that it's believable and not immersion breaking, but there are some limitations to what the mechanics of the game will allow. So it's about finding that balancing act. So I'm very curious to see, like you said, like where they're gonna put it and how they're gonna introduce it. But I am very excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. It makes me wonder though if they're gonna do it like they did the harpoons and stuff like that in Onyx. You know how they would find the group that like, oh, this would fix like this would fit with this group. So I don't know if because I know M will make like random characters like the hotel lady who like changes your towels and shit like that. So I'm wondering if they'll like send someone down from Burger Corporate, you know.
That would be funny. I hope they make it so that it's
to the Burger
available.
Shot employees and the Up and Atom. I would like that too.
Yeah.
But like I think it'd be funny if suddenly a fucking Up and Atom chef and Burger Shot chef are just like dueling with spatulas.
Yes,
like, that
fighting to the death in the kitchen, you know?
Yeah, to the pit!
And it's just the frying, like the fry station.
Yeah, stick them in the freezer.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they introduce it. I'm very excited about it. As always, they're introducing such fun stuff, and I can't wait to see what more they introduce. In regards to in-character things, there are a few updates that are very exciting. One is we have a temporary warden, I believe. Is that what it was? Is a temporary warden in place until a more proper one is
My favorite part about the announcement is John Prisoner versus the state of San Andreas. My name's John Prisoner. My father invented prisoners.
Oh no.
But Bob Mills is going to be the interim warden in charge of the San Andreas Prison Authority. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. I don't know who Bob Mills is.
Yeah, we don't know who that is, but congratulations, Bob Mills! Woo!
Congratulations!
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet that guy.
I'm gonna meet him, real.
I'll probably have to meet him, yeah. And then we have a
speaking of new,
I'm so excited. But you should announce this.
Okay, well, the election has concluded in Los Santos.
The Gubbanah.
For the Gubbanah. And guess who won? Jimmy Bones. Bones won
by a landslide. By the way,
it was. I think Bones got like 120, like 130 votes.
It looks like 130.
Compared to the second place who got 40.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bones won by a landslide. And huger news. Guess who his Lieutenant Gubbanah is? It's our own Pegasus Partridge of the Up and Atom. My daughter.
Save Alice.
Save Alice.
Who we might have on a future episode, maybe, potentially.
Yes. I have things I want to discuss with her.
We're very excited. So it was very exciting to get this news back. And actually, I was just looking at the tallies. It was, I think... I literally added all of the ones from the other candidates, and they still did not. They did not catch up to Bones at all. It literally, if you add them all together, it's 110.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm like,
if they
bro,
all became one candidate, they still wouldn't be Bones. They still
would not have beat Bones. So, last but not least, what is her official title now?
Lieutenant Gubbanah?
Is it Lieutenant Gubbanah?
Yeah, Lieutenant Gubbanah.
I love that. From the Lieutenant Gubbanah, before all this happened, there was a little itty bitty thing called perjury that happened.
A whittle perjury.
Just a whittle perjury. But the Up and Atom decided to put out a video talking about the dangers of perjury.
Well, because here's the thing: is if that went through, if she didn't get her pardon,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that wasn't wiped from her record or expunged in some way, we would have lost the Atom. I think.
I think so.
Because you can't have any sort of felonies and be a business owner, which is crazy to me. I talked about this on stream, and VT and I have similar opinions of. I get it if you're running a business and you're running crime through that business. Yeah, maybe you should, lose that business license. But a single felony makes you lose everything?
Yeah.
That's a little extreme. But
yeah, especially if it's a non-violent felony.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I know some servers make it very clear, non-violent felonies are okay. But violent felonies, no.
Or
so some servers make
drug
that.
trafficking or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You're trafficking drugs through the business.
Yeah. Or you're tax evasion or whatever. It's hard to
if you can prove that the business is involved with that crime, then the business should be at risk. Especially if it's the owner, doing that.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. They might change it down the road.
They might, but I remember that was a thing on Onyx for a while too. So I think that's just the norm now of just
5M servers kind of leaning into that maybe.
Yeah, business owners can't have felonies, which is just I don't know. It is what it is. I think they're very much trying to stick to the whole if you're a crim, you're a crim.
Yes.
If you're a civ, you're a civ, and you can own a business.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
I get it, but also I feel like it's pretty harsh. But anyways. So we were really worried that if she didn't get this pardon, if she still had perjury on her record, that all of our Up and Atom heritage and lore and everything they worked for was going to be lost.
Yeah, including the trading cards, which
yes,
we have them now. By the way,
we have them, and they're so good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, everybody.
Yeah.
So over on Unscripted. at the Up and Atom, we all have trading cards now.
Yeah, I think there's 12 of them now.
Yeah, Lobo and Buffy are 11 and 12.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's really nice.
It's really cool. They all have like conditions, like as in like lightly used, mint condition. They also we have holographics, which I think is fucking crazy. Lobo got the Buffy holographic for Buffy for like Mother's Day. Cringe.
It's really great. It's been fun.
But yeah, so we would have lost all that if it weren't for this amazing apology video, which by the way, we filmed all this and then they got the pardon the day after before we even released the video.
Yeah.
But we needed to do the video anyways. This was,
yeah, so
this was to show that we learned our lesson, or to show that Peggy learned her lesson.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm sure you're trying to tell people is like, the link is there. Please watch it. She put a lot of work into it. It was literally
so
overnight.
Fucking funny.
She worked so hard on that, and it's so good. Like, everyone put in so much work to like help with recording, different angles. Like, everyone put in so much work. So please give it a watch if you haven't yet done so. It's really funny, and it really encompasses the vibe of at the Up and Atom. If you've never experienced it before, if you've never watched any one of our streams, highly recommend it. It's pretty funny. That is pretty usual Up and Atom behavior.
Yeah, and there's definitely not a casting couch scene with Lobo. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up all the gaming news and the roleplay news that we have for you this week, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. The only other thing I have left to let you, everybody, know is this upcoming Sunday, the 25th of May, I have an event that I'm doing called Chainsaws for Charity. I used to do it all the time when I first started streaming. This is my channel's anniversary, so I do a charity stream for it. And this year we're raising money for Vibrant Emotional Health, which I'm very excited about. They're the company behind the helpline, the suicide helpline. So I'm very excited to help them out with this. We have a few surprise streamers lined up to play some repo with us this Sunday, including Chill. Chill will be there. So
wait, what? No way.
I hope so. So hopefully you all can join us and be there too. It would be a blast to have you. Even if you can't donate, that's okay. Even just hanging out with us really helps out, and it just would mean a lot to have you. So hopefully I see you this Sunday. Chill is gonna be there, so hopefully we both see you there. And
yeah,
we really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this episode of the VC.
Thanks for being here,
VampireToy.
I'm Chill. Goodbye.
And goodbye. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Bye.